We're live.
Hey, hello, everybody.
We messed up, so forgive us because we had everybody riled up about 30 minutes early before this live, and that was an accident. You know, we're human. But yeah, we're here now, and we have we got an awesome jam session ready for you guys. So I hope you are all excited about that. Who's here with us? Gerald Johnson, of course. Shan, we got a call right after this, actually. What's up, Shan? Gerald says it's party time.
Oh, I had on I had these on before, but Nick said I should take them off.
Yeah.
What's the sign you do for rocking?
Tom looks kind of like a cop. I'm not gonna lie. Dale says, "Hey Tom Gaddis, I'm a podcast subscriber as well." What's up?
Oh, awesome, Dale. Thanks.
Yeah. So
that podcast has been fun. It's been great to get the feedback and put those episodes together. I'm even wearing my shirt, my podcasting shirt.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Tom's podcast yet, you should go check that thing out. Got some good info on that thing. It's weird because like we talk so much, and then to have you on the podcast and like listen to you on the podcast, part of me is like, should I be listening to this? And then like actually the info is really, really good. So yeah, you got me. You got me.
Cool. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have you on as a guest here pretty soon. So
okay. Nice. Well, yeah, let's jump into some of our programming here. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. We'll go through some shout outs. Let's see.
yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe and hunkered down. You know, we've been doing our part to toe the line here in Hawaii. Stay in the house.
It's been rough. But, you know, the one thing that we've been doing is really we've been staying the course. You know, we've been pushing everything in our businesses. We've been prospecting. I just got a check from an attorney.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some businesses right now that are doing crazy numbers, you know, compared to the other ones. One industry that kind of popped up on my radar yesterday was heavy equipment mechanics.
Oh yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but like, so I was talking to a guy who's a mechanic, and he's like, man, we're busier than ever because all of the operators and the businesses that are pushing those like tractors and bobcats and bulldozers and all that, they don't have work. So now's the time for them to get those vehicles in there and get them repaired and fixed, right? So they don't actually miss out and lose on the job opportunity. So he's like, man, we've been so slammed. We're just going job to job to job and, you know, no breaks. So that's an interesting, you got to start thinking about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, and, you know, as this kind of, you know, as this goes on day by day and people start to, I don't know if settle in is the right word, just how do you settle into something like this? But as people start to even out with the reality of what's going on, like that those initial reactions of panic and fear are going to go away, and people are going to start thinking like, oh, well, what can I be doing right now to move my business forward? Like, what should I be doing? They're going to be actively looking for that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Lester gave us a cool shout out. He said, thanks. I really like you guys. The information is always fresh. Thank you, Lester. So our first shout out I wanted to give to Brian Grant. Brian was actually one of our private coaching students month back, 2 months back. Here's our notification. It actually just went out, the proper one. I thought that was pretty funny. So anyway, Brian, private coaching student, and he just got his AGM site up yesterday, and he's giving away free listings to restaurants similar to what we're doing. And he just started promoting it last night. He's got a few signed up, and yeah, I mean, the amount of people that respond to that thing is crazy. So I was talking to Brandon, guy on my team, yesterday, and we have close to 100 businesses that we've given listings to, right? And we've got the main contact information for managers or business owners for about half of those businesses, a little more than half. Half would be a modest number, but that's crazy. Like, they all want more information about what we're doing. We would have never had that giant list of customers before that, and it would have been almost impossible to get in front of all those business owners. Like, they're never there in their business working. They usually have a gatekeeper, a hostess. You're never able to get a hold of those people. So I really like the fact that Brian's getting after it too. So good job, Brian. Keep up the good work. Let's see. Did you see this, Tom? This post that Mark made in our group earlier this week. So this is a shout out to Mark. If you guys haven't seen this post, go ahead and check it out later. This is a way to get like transcribed videos off of YouTube, and it was
I did see this.
Yeah, super informative. So one of the things that I've noticed is like sometimes people give away really good information. In this video, I guess I was talking about like a sales script, or what I say to customers when I'm doing my prospecting for that restaurant listing setup. He basically scraped what I said in text format. And it's really easy to do. You just kind of use the closed captions. But yeah, I mean, I'm always hearing stuff on YouTube that I wish I had the text for, so I could like use it as a swipe or repurpose it later. And so that's a ninja hack that he shared there. So thanks, Mark.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Jacqueline says, I thought Mark's post was really cool. Jeremy's giving away listings in Vermont. Jeff says, thanks to you, I'm in touch with restaurant owners directly. That's awesome, Jeff. Dorn says he just picked up a cleaning company 10 minutes ago. Look at this. People are just crushing.
Oh, Dorn.
Yeah, Dorn.
That's freaking awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. So a quick shout out to Jeremy, who's on the call with us right now. Jeremy ranked his first page on the front page of Google for first call public adjusters. That's awesome. So just so you all know, we have a couple special guests that are going to come on our live show today. Both just top-notch SEO guys. They know what they're talking about. I mean, I remember when I was first starting out, I was like looking up to these guys, getting a lot of information from them. So I'm excited to bring them on. Those of you that are interested in SEO, which I know a lot of you are, they're going to share some information on how they're prospecting right now, remotely from home, and just using some interesting forms of leverage to get business owners' attention. So you guys are going to see that in a little bit here. But congrats, Jeremy. That's awesome.
This is a good spot, Nick, too, to remind people, like, we created this whole section on offlinesharks.com where we made all these badges that you guys can download and post in the Facebook group to celebrate your wins. And I think it's offlinesharks.com/badges, right? But there's all kinds of ones in there about getting your first client. There's monetary ones. There's ones for completing courses. There's ones for doing SEO. So if you guys have a win to celebrate, try to get in the habit of going there and just looking through the badges and see if you can find one that fits what you're celebrating and post it with your post. That way we can all like jump in and say congrats and do all that stuff.
Yeah. And we like our goal with this, our plan for this is really just to get people to see like, hey, like people are doing stuff. They're taking action. They're getting customers. They're making money. And so we just want to get our community behind everybody. You guys should be using this. We're probably going to start to come up with a way to kind of incentivize this just to get people in the habit of doing it. But yeah, Dorn, go ahead and grab a badge. You know, you got your client right there.
Yeah, and if you guys make a post, if you guys make a post in the group, and then somebody from our team reaches out to you and says, "Hey, go and upload this," don't be alarmed. They're doing that for us.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to read my notes here. Bear with me.
Yeah, while you're going through your notes, one thing I can do, because I want to do this before we bring on our guests, because I want to spend a lot of time talking to them and really focus in on what they have to share.
Okay.
So how about I do our what we're reading real quick, and then we can wrap up our shout outs and we can bring these guys on.
Sure.
All right, cool. So we do have we have a page on the website with all the books we recommend. If you guys want to see what we recommend in the marketing jam session, we do this every week. This week, I have a book that has a very appropriate title for what we're going through. It's by a guy named Jonah Berger.
You froze for a second there, Tom.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's still circling on the.
You're good now.
Okay, good now. All right, cool. So the book that I'm reading this week is called Contagious, and it's Why Things Catch On. And this book really opened my eyes to something that I found really surprising because, you know, one of the things I don't know if you guys have heard of this little show on Netflix called Tiger King. Anybody heard of that show?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
Yeah, okay. So as Cameron was like, I can't wait to see the next episode. I will admit, I have not seen a single episode. I know the guys from Oklahoma, and Cameron described it to me as a train wreck, but he's like, you just can't look away. So the reason why it got me thinking about this book was because one of my like kind of I guess you'd call it a belief was that if you wanted content or something to be viral and catch on, to be contagious, it had to be outrageous and crazy. Like you see so much of that stuff going on. But what I discovered in this book, and he backs this up by research and science, is that that's like things that are outrageous. Yeah, they may be viral for a short time, but they never last. But there are lots of things that we would consider boring that are the most shared items. And he's got some stories in here. One is like Cheerios, of all things. Cheerios is a super virally shared thing. He's got a thing in here about how a guy took a blender. I mean, how boring is a blender, right? They used a blender. They got over 6 million views on YouTube and launched a blender company. And the thing they did was called Will It Blend, right? And they would just throw all this stuff in the blender to see if it would blend. And but anyway, so the thing he points out in here is that contagious content, it's created, it's not born. Like you can make your stuff contagious. And he outlines I think it's 6 STEPP, the 6 steps based on all their research that they've identified that contagious content has. And it's really good. The steps are an acronym. So S is social currency, T is triggers, E is emotion, and I always get the P's mixed up. One is public. The next one's public. The next one is practical value, and the last one is stories. So steps. And if you understand those steps, you can apply them to your business, to your advertising, to whatever you're doing to help make your content and stuff contagious. So highly recommend this book, Jonah Berger, Contagious, Why Things Catch On.
Yeah, that's a great kind of blueprint for YouTube content. I mean, if you're good at like creating videos and you have an angle like that. I mean, there's this YouTube channel of this guy that just cuts stuff in half just to see what's in the middle of it. and he just cuts all kinds of stuff in half: computers, dryers, VCRs, whatever. But he has like millions of followers. So, I mean, that's another example of that.
Yeah. Well, these Blender guys, like they did this back. I mean, this wasn't in the current YouTube craze, but so this guy had the Blender company and he hired this guy to do the marketing. And one day he was back in the warehouse and there was sawdust on the ground. And the guy was like, "What's this sawdust?" And the guy who made the blender, who invented the blender, he would just go in every week and he would throw stuff in the blender to try to break the blender to see how he could make it better. And the sawdust was because he had been blending 2x4s. And the marketing guy was like, you do this every week. He's like, we need to put this on video. So they had it was like a $50, I think they had a $50 budget. It was, I mean, like $50, not $50,000, $50. They put this video up of him dropping things like marbles in it. Like they blended an iPhone and like the blender won every time. And it was just like, I mean, it was huge. It launched the company, right? They sold, the blender sales were like through the roof. Will it blend? So, but it got me excited because sometimes you think like, oh, well, my business is boring. Like the things we do are boring. Like they're never going to be contagious. Like that's not true. You can make it contagious if you apply the principles and things like that. So
that's a good point. All right. So our final thing that we want to go for before we bring our guests on is our member of the week. This guy, I've been seeing a lot of comments, a lot of questions, a lot of action taking. So we really wanted to just highlight him. Let's see if I can pull it up here. So Leo Alcala, he's been building an agency growth machine site. And one of the things that I've noticed that he's been doing is like, whether he's having success or falling flat on his ass, he's sharing about it. He's posting about it. And I think, one of the things that we talk about here is like, if you don't talk about it, then we're not going to be able to help you. The group's not going to be able to come in and share their experience on how to help you change what you're doing or move to the next level. So, Leo, keep taking action, man. And if you are on the call, we're going to reach out to you, give you an Amazon gift card. Yeah, man, keep up the good work.
Awesome job.
Okay, so our special guests. StreamYard's having a little difficulty right now. I think the whole world is using StreamYard now. I wish we would have given everybody our affiliate link to StreamYard because we probably brought in like people.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our guests a little bit today, Tom. Why did we bring them on?
Well, so one, these guys are in our mastermind, so we've got to know them really well. Actually, we were working with them way before that, right?
Way before that, yeah.
Yeah, way before that. But one of the reasons we wanted to bring them on is because one, they're big into the SEO space, which I think right now is really important because people are at home, their behavior is changing, right? Their search behavior, all those kinds of things are changing, and especially moving forward with a local agency, like what's really going to change is the way we prospect. And these guys are really great at being able to develop tools that help you set yourself apart, right? So one of the things that I was talking to Nick about, and I think replied to some of our sharks in email about this, is like, this whole idea of like where we're at right now, like you're really kind of forced to prospect remotely, right? Like that's the way to prospect right now. But as we kind of start to come out of this, I'm not really sure that's going to go away, and so how are most people going to prospect? They're going to, they're going to be sending out cold emails. That's what they consider remote prospecting. And so, it was already crazy to get noticed in somebody's inbox before all this happened. I think it's going to be even harder moving forward. So you have to be able to, if you're going to enter that space, which I think everybody should, you're going to have to do things that set you apart from the other people. And, some of the tactics that we've used and that these guys use too are really great with, creating reports that clients can go view. And obviously we have the whole tactic with remote client system of using the videos and all those things I think are going to be even more important to do so that you stand out and you get noticed and you can actually, build that rapport and relationship with your potential prospects. It's so important that it's really hard to do in just an email alone,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you completely. I think it's the software tools that both Herc and Todd, I'm going to bring them on here right now. Hey, guys.
What's up, gentlemen?
Guys.
Hey. Jesus, give a guy a warning.
Yeah.
You guys develop, the tools that you guys develop over the years that we've been able to, gain access to and use. I think, there aren't a lot like it out there just because of the quality itself. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys props for that, because whenever you guys come out with something, I mean, the quality is, you set the bar pretty high, right? For everybody that's creating software and putting tools out there. I mean, you guys are the top notch. So,
well, and your SERP Scout community, or your SERP community, Project Supremacy community, is just so great, right? Those guys are great.
So maybe Todd, you could give us a little intro. Tell us a little bit about you and Herc. I know you guys pretty well. Tom knows you guys pretty well. I hung out with both of you in DC not long ago. We've traveled to Spain together. We've hung out, all over the U.S. But yeah, maybe you could give our sharks a little more feedback about who you guys are, what you guys do.
All right, right on. Well, thanks for having us. It's good to be here. This is actually our first StreamYard. So, yeah, it is. It is. I've been looking at this technology for, it's gotten popular, especially over the last month or two. And I've been looking at it, and thanks for inviting us on here. Since it looks like a pretty quality event. A lot of good people on here. I see a few familiar names over there in the chat box. How's it going, guys? So for those of you that have never heard of us before or anything like that, I met Tom and Nick, a few years ago. I believe it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a few years that that I reached out to them, and I really saw some things that they were doing out there in the offline space, and I thought it was really good and piqued my interest, and it was quality, and so kind of got to know them there and started doing some things with them there. But since then, we've joined a mastermind and gotten to know them a lot better. Like Nick mentioned, we do a lot of get-togethers a couple times a year, and get to hang out and talk about our businesses, what we're doing, what we're developing, what we got going on, and what they've got going on, and it's a real good synergy between the four of us, getting ideas and building upon the ideas that we already have. So it's been a lot of fun watching these guys grow. Has been amazing. I mean, 4 years ago and today is really night and day. I mean, you guys didn't have a huge Facebook group like this 4 years ago, that's for sure. And it's just amazing. I'm really proud of you guys. Let's put it that way. I really am. You guys have done so much in such a short span of time. And it's been quality. I believe it's really been quality, and it shows by the participation that you have in your groups, and just all the dialogue that's flying back and forth. So just want you guys to know that it's really great to see you guys doing as well as you are, and helping so many people. I see it out there, and I'm in your groups too. I see your posts. I see you guys' posts. I read them. And they're great. They're great. Really are. So couldn't be happier. But a little bit about Herc and I, just kind of a short chart. I won't try to get too long-winded on it, but Herc and I both have been marketing online for about 20 years or more. I think I started in '96, and Herc just a couple years behind me on that. And we've I guess you could say done it all in the online marketing space. Sold products, lead generation. I actually sold a lead generation company, a mortgage lead gen company, back in 2003 to a bank, which was a pretty good deal for me. Got heavily into SEO right after that, developed some products and services. Herc, meanwhile, was also doing some online marketing and different affiliate stuff, and building lists and writing copy and all the things. I'll let If Herc wants to speak more to that, he can, but probably won't. So I'll go ahead and talk for him a little bit. But he was phenomenal in his career as well throughout the time in online marketing. Got into a little bit of rock and roll there for a little while too. So he's multi-talented. And Herc and I joined forces about 5 years ago. I've been developing software pretty much all my life since about 11. I started programming. And so kind of software has kind of been my thing, I guess you would say, kind of all my life. And been developing software throughout my years. And then I brought Herc in about 5 years ago. We met actually at an event in a group that we were both a part of. And so we got together and started building stuff. And Project Supremacy, as some of you may or may not have heard of that. That was our first product back in 2015. And it's still alive today, still doing great. It's V3. We're not going to get into too much of that today, but it's one of those things. Our latest product, we've been into, I guess I would say about a year and a half ago, as some of you guys may have heard of Pixel Scout, where we developed that product, and it's still out there, still works great. It's mainly focused on Facebook ads and companies that are not retargeting, because as we all know, retargeting is huge, best money spent in online advertising. And if you can find those companies that aren't retargeting and let them know that they're leaving a lot of money on the table, it's kind of a pretty easy close if you can just, give them the basic 101 about what retargeting is. And it's not hard to explain because we've all been retargeted. And once you understand what's going on there, then it's easy to get someone to, get involved with that. And it's very inexpensive as far as the ads go to get that started. So that's where Pixel Scout was born. It was a great client prospecting system in that form. But a little bit after that launch, and we got over 2,000 customers into that product, and got a lot of feedback and a lot of things going on. And we decided that, hey, let's put all this stuff in here. But then I kind of started thinking about that, and I was like, well, you know what? I think I want to kind of, and talking with my development team, it wasn't just simply my decision, but after some lengthy meetings and discussions, we just decided to build that product, that idea, start all over from the ground up, rebuild the foundation better, put in all the features and everything that we saw coming in from the feedback portal, and just take off. So we started that project probably about 9-10 months ago. And over the last month, we've started bringing it out and bringing some folks in. And that's kind of what we're here to talk about today is Serp Scout. It's in launch week this week. Let you guys know. You may have seen some emails from some of our partners here and there pushing out there. But we kind of wanted to come on here today and maybe give you a little demo about it, answer any questions that you have on it, and just kind of give you the rundown, just kind of show you what all that it's capable of doing. We're really proud of this software. And we just want to make sure that everyone understands kind of everything that's going on the inside. And Herc's probably I'm going to let him do the demo of that earlier because he's really good at it. He really ties it all together really, really well. And I think that's just about all I have as far as, what we've been up to. And again, it's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah. Awesome, Todd.
One of the things that I wanted to say that, what stood out for both Tom and I is like right now, especially for a lot of people, we have a lot of people been reaching out to us about, remote prospecting, how to get more customers at home. A lot of people, digital marketing is really like their side hustle. It's not their full-time business. They're not, doing it 40 hours a week. With so many people at home right now, people are really trying to figure out these creative ways to stand out and start prospecting from home. So one of the things that Tom and I really like about Serp Scout is it has multiple ways to create leverage and friction points that you can point out to business owners that need your help. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. One thing I do want to say too is like, you guys are getting way more love than Tom and I are in the comments, which is pretty much. Somebody even said that I look bored, which was kind of really messed up. And also somebody, like a couple people want to know if Herc's name is short for Hercules. Is that, I always kind of wondered that, Herc. Is that?
Well, no, it's just Herc.
It's just Herc. Awesome. Hey, so everybody that's with us, who here's heard of Serp Scout? Maybe you can put like a 1 in the comments. Let us know if you've heard of it. If you haven't, it'd be good to get a good read on everybody that's with us to kind of know how far we should really delve into this. But maybe at its core, we could talk a little bit more first while those start to come in about just kind of like what you guys are seeing, and maybe we could get a little roundtable discussion about like the remote prospecting, this, the state of where we're in, why this is beneficial. I mean, both Tom and I know like what we're doing too is, we're doing what you guys are, but we've had our own unique spin on it, right? Prospecting from home. If I could, actually, I can't show you. So check this out. My office, that door is sealed with plastic.
Like that's Nick's. That's his ghetto quarantine zone.
That's my quarantine zone. So talk about remote prospecting at its finest, right? We've been able to get, a whole bunch of businesses' attention. So, we really want to bring these guys on here because they have a unique way to get business owners' attention. So have you guys been seeing like what's been like the best way to get attention with Serp Scout?
No, well, and I think too, maybe have Herc, after you answer that, maybe you guys can do a little demo of I think the reports part of that is really awesome. Maybe we can do a little demo and show them that.
Sure. All right, so I've never used StreamYard before. If I get it, I'll make sure to send me your affiliate link.
I don't even know if they have an affiliate program, but
and okay, so let me see if I can figure out how to share. Oh wow, this is deadly.
Yep. So if you share your screen, I'll pull it in. And just so you all know, stay with us. We have something special for you that we want to take care of everybody that shows up with us live on our marketing jam session. So we already, obviously, those of you that have already seen it, I see a lot of comments kind of coming in of people that have seen it. Some people haven't seen it. Some people have picked it up from somebody else. We have a killer bonus package, but we're going to even sweeten the deal further for anybody that's with us live on our jam session, just because we love to take care of you guys. We know that, you taking the time out of your day to spend with us, like, we really appreciate it. So stay with us and let's look at this demo.
All right. So really, guys, what Serp Scout is it's a tool to help you prospect for new leads, and it doesn't matter what type of service you offer. It could be search engine optimization, Facebook retargeting, Google Ads targeting, reputation management, like you name it. Okay. This tool is flexible enough to help you turn cold prospects, into closed deals. Hopefully that's kind of the tagline that we've been using. But what it's really about is it's a tool to help you quantify and qualify the leads down to the best ones that are the most relevant to what you sell. So there's two types of relevancies. You need the right type of client that's still in business. And I'm talking about, businesses are closing right now and stuff like that. And Nick and Tom, you guys earlier were talking about, there are still businesses that are open. So this tool works great in this situation to help you find the types of businesses that are open. You just kind of have to know what they are, but it wasn't built for that. It was built for prospecting, just period, right? So that's the first type of relevance, is knowing who you're targeting. The second type of relevance is targeting them by a situation where you can actually offer them help. So we help you see where their weaknesses are, so that you only are prospecting people that you can actually help, right? And the best way to prospect cold leads obviously is to offer value. And I think that was what you were basically asking. How can we offer, value using this tool? And the answer was what you said, Tom, is really in the report. So basically, let me show you how it works, guys. It's as simple as knowing what kind of people you want to go after. I think I actually wrote down that you said heavy duty mechanics are busy right now. So a lot of these groups, these local groups, are talking about these things, like, what types of businesses are still killing it right now. And you're picking up all kinds of great ideas, and I think you should be writing those down. You don't have to change your business. Like, a lot of people are losing revenue too, like marketing agencies and stuff like that. We're losing revenue because clients are closing, and you just have to make a minor shift in your business. You don't have to change anything about your business except the type of people that you're targeting, and just go after those businesses like heavy duty mechanics, emergency health services, emergency home services. You guys all should know what those are. And what we do is we basically just put in a search into Serp Scout for those types of businesses that you would like to prospect. And it'll go and scan Google You can select whatever pages you want to Google. It doesn't have to start at page 1. You can start at page 5 and scan page 5 to 8, whatever. You just put in a range of pages, and then it'll go scan.
Oh, that is an awesome feature, Herc.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you could really identify people that aren't on the first page but want to get there. Like, that's great.
Yeah, like I think a lot of the little features like that you'll see as I go through this demo, you guys will understand that we've obviously had a lot of feedback from our users, but we obviously know the SEO process. We know what to look for. So we're able to take from our experience and the experience of other people and build those features into the software. So there's a lot of smart little things like that. For instance, that was a lot of people requested it. So we did it. So maid service in New York. Maid services right now are another business that's doing really well because more people are at home than ever, and the kids are just rampaging through the house, making things dirty. And of course, people want to keep their homes clean of any germs and stuff like that as well. So safe maids, safe home cleaning services is another one of those industries. So for instance, I did a scan of that on pages 5 to 6. I'm not actually going to do scans, so we can go quick through that. And what will happen is step 1, you do the scan and it'll scan Google for the results, right? Now, the first thing that we're looking for is the points of contact with these businesses, because that's what we're obviously trying to do, is contact them. So we look for 4 initial elements of contact. One is, do we find an email address on their page? Do we find a contact page? Do we find a phone number on their page? And then do we find a link to their Facebook page on their page? And really, if you guys are like aggressive and you like doing phone sales, great. You can filter now by phone number, like only show me results that have a phone number. So I could just click this filter and you'll see all the phone icons on there are green. But for those of you that don't want to be aggressive or don't like, doing things on the phone, well, email is obviously the next best way. And then if the other way that you want to contact people is through their Facebook page, which is actually really great because everybody reads their bots, you can filter by Facebook page and get a link straight into their Facebook page. So I'm going to do this by email. So we filter by our preferred contact method, first of all. And obviously, if it's not there, you don't want it, so filter it out. Next, we do a scan for some very, very basic elementary stuff. So we're checking if their website has SSL, if it has Open Graph, which is great for proper social sharing, Google Analytics, if they're using schema or not. And then these last 2 are pretty huge. Do they have a Facebook pixel or do they have a Google tag pixel? Meaning they're using remarketing in their business. If they don't have it, that's a big indicator that they're not remarketing, which is retarded. They absolutely should be. So from there, once you set your filters, you can filter by contact points. You can filter by lacking features. You would want to send them to what's called a deeper analysis. So you'd select the people that you like, okay, and you'd send them into a deeper analysis. You don't want to do a deep analysis for everybody because some people you just don't care about. They don't have the right elements. So you do an initial scan, filter it down to the people that make sense, and then you perform a deep analysis. And what the deep analysis will do is do additional checks on top of what we already checked for. So we'll check if their website's mobile friendly. We'll check their Google page speed. We'll check if the schema that we analyzed on the first step is actually valid, meaning it has error-free schema or not. And then 2 more things that we actually check for that are part of an upgrade of our software do they have an unclaimed GMB profile, which is a huge one. We'll see, yes, there's a GMB for your business, but no, you haven't claimed it yet, which is crazy. And then another one is called rank keywords. I'm going to scroll down to one. I like using Nix, actually. We did a scan on Nix. I should show that.
So one thing I want to jump in real quick. So
yeah, you do that.
You get all the contact information, right? You get their email, you check for email, you check for phone number, Facebook page. You have all these methods of contacting. And so you also look for, I guess these are weaknesses, ways to get your foot in the door, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What are can you just recap for everybody? What are the topics? Facebook pixel kind of correlates to social media management. You have unclaimed Google My Business listing, which kind of can equate to really anything, but definitely SEO, definitely consulting, right? Just to get more visibility. What other weaknesses can we prospect for, or what services do those connect to?
So I think the idea is to first understand what is your business and what do you offer people, and you want to filter by the websites that are lacking in the service that you actually offer. So like you said, if you guys are running Facebook ad consulting agencies or Google ad consulting agencies, you want to target people with no Facebook pixel or no Google tag, right? Mm-hmm. If you guys are doing SEO, SSL certificates, Open Graph, maybe Google Analytics or mobile friendly tests.
Oh, wow.
Page speed analysis is another good one. Schema is a little more advanced. Typically with something like advanced like schema, we try to show clients the result of what schema does. We don't try and explain schema. It's too advanced. We just say, hey, do you want this rich result? Well, you need something called schema. We can help you with that, right? And then unclaimed GMB for people who do GMB marketing. Social shares for people who do reputation marketing, stuff like that.
Okay. And so a couple of questions I just want to shoot down real quick.
Sure.
A Google tag. Heidi's asking about a Google tag. So Heidi, a Google tag is like to show if you're doing any type of like Google marketing, like AdWords or anything like that. So if they don't have that on their website, then that would be a way for you to get in and say, hey, why don't you have that? You should have it. Here are all the benefits of having that, right? Then you can sell that service.
Yeah, exactly. It's very akin to the Facebook pixel.
Yeah. Which is
just a different platform.
Yeah. And somebody actually was just asking about that too. I don't think you guys are searching for chat bots, but you're searching for the Facebook pixel, right?
We're searching for the Facebook page. And then when we find if on their website, they link over to their Facebook page, which a lot of people do, obviously, then you can click on that page and go right into their bot. But we're going to show you another way that this software can actually just one click right into opening a chat bot with their Facebook chat bot.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay, cool. So go ahead. Go kick my website's ass.
Yeah. I just because something came up that was so great. And I think a lot of us are SEOs in here. And we did this with Nick, and I was showing him. So one of the other features that we can scan for is rank keywords. And this is my favorite feature, to be honest. So we ran a scan on nickponte.com, and we can see like an overall report of what kind of results we found. This isn't 100% accurate, obviously. It's what we found. And what we do is, number one, let's say I didn't know Nick and I wanted to target Nick as a potential SEO client. Here's how I would do it. Once I've ran the scan on Nick, the first thing I do is I sort keywords by volume. I want to go after high volume keywords. Now I'm looking for low ranking keywords that have high volume, such as Nick right here, Hawaii logos. Okay, 1,600 searches per month. He's ranking number 18, which is page 2, which is pretty good, Nick, not bad. But we also noticed that his on-page optimization, I can tell just by looking at a title URL description if you're optimized for your keyword, and I think most of us can here. So at a quick glance, I know that Nick's not aggressively targeting this keyword, probably because he didn't intend to. Yeah. Right. But here's what I could say to Nick if I was prospecting him and say, Nick, did you know that you could probably be receiving around 800 new visits per month to your website just by optimizing for the keyword Hawaii logos? Is that something you sell? And when Nick saw this, he's like, oh shit, I should probably offer logo design. Yeah. He even said that to me, and that was no bullshit. Yep. Right. And this is the perfect example. Yeah, it's the perfect example. Nick wants to offer a new service because he sees an opportunity that we uncovered for him. And that's value adding, right? That's what we're trying to do for these people when we're prospecting. We're looking for something that we can add value to them. Now, the next step after we do all these scans is I don't know Nick, but I know Nick, but if I didn't know Nick, I would need a way to reach out to him and show him this opportunity, right? So what we do from that point is we would create a report, right? So I have it already kind of created, but I'm gonna back it off to show you guys what the report creator looks like.
You guys are talking smack to me. You guys are like picking on me today. I see how.
No, it's good. It's good. You're going to offer logo design now. Okay, so let me back this right off. Okay, so this is kind of what it would look like once you said I want to create a report for Nick. Okay, on the left here is all the elements that we've scanned on his website. We have a lot of information. So then what we can do is use the plus button and we start adding That's a bug we got to get fixed on. We have to have that thing pop down, not up. Oh, I refreshed my screen. Sorry. Sorry, it's just loading here. It's okay. Well, whatever. Okay, so what I did basically, guys, is I just created little columns. Okay, I press this button and I add like full width containers or half width containers. I'm sure if you use Elementor or Divi or any of those designers, you understand what that is. And then we just drag in elements. So I dragged in my identity element. I dragged in Nick's website information so that it's a personalized report to him. And then I went right for the throat with this. Is like I went to ranked keywords, right? And I dragged in the ranked keywords for Nick's shit. And then click here to resolve the issues is a button that once I send this report to Nick, if he likes what he sees, he can click the button, right? And it fills out, it pops up a contact form, and Nick would fill in his information saying, yeah, I'm interested in talking about it. That button can go anywhere you want. It doesn't have to go to that page, by the way, okay? And one other element that we have that's extremely important is the custom HTML block. So let me add it and show you why it's important.
So you can rearrange the positioning on those different pieces on that report there, Herc?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nice.
And I'll do it right now.
Really awesome. Yeah, when I saw the report feature, when you guys gave us access, I was like, this is great, because you can just, instead of having to send out a cookie cutter type thing, you can really personalize it specifically to what you're trying to do for that prospect.
Which is a really big piece of it. Like, some people have sent out reports type stuff before. And if you've done that before, you know that if you're not able to really personalize that report, like make sure that the person on the other end knows that it's not spam. Like they need to know that it is for them, right? That's the most important type of element when it comes to this type of prospecting. So the ability to really personalize and customize it, you guys, good job. That's a really nice feature.
Okay, so you asked about dragging. Yeah, so I dragged in a really important element here called the custom HTML. And the reason it's important is because on the left, we're only giving you the ability to drag into the report the stuff that we scan, but sometimes you want to say something different than what we're offering you. In the custom HTML element, when you drag that in and click on the edit, it just opens up a WYSIWYG editor where you can embed any text you want, any images you want. You can embed videos, so you can really personalize a message to the client. You can even shoot a video of yourself and be like, hey, Nick, you could be getting 800 visitors a month to your site for Hawaii logo design, and you probably don't offer that, but you probably should. Here's the report below. If you want to get in touch with me, click the button on the bottom to resolve your issues, right? So something like that.
Nice.
So literally, you don't even have to use any of the custom scanned elements on the left. You can completely design your own report. And I have an example of one where I've done that. I'll go to reports. And my system is lagging a bit just because I'm streaming and shit like that. Sorry about that.
It's StreamYard too. Like, so many people are streaming right now. It's just, it's StreamYard, I think, has been getting a little laggy because of the volume that they're getting. Let me know. A lot of people are already asking, like, how much is it? Where can I get it? And I have I want to add to that. So
okay,
let's get through this and then we'll go back to it.
All right. Okay. So anybody do rank and rent? Say yes. Don't say yes if you don't do it. Say yes if you do. Of course, don't try and flood the comments with a bunch of bullshit answers. I do rank and rent. I love it. So when I was talking earlier about, the custom report and the custom HTML blocks to really edit this report that we're later on going to send to these prospects, I haven't got there yet because we're having kind of fun right now. You don't have to use these. This is an example of report where I shot a video and had a custom message. In this scenario, the report is all about Nick. Right. And Nick being my prospect, it's his website, it's his keywords that are ranking, it's his, lacking elements. And that's what I want to send to Nick to try and add value to him and tell him how I can help him and offer him my foot in the door service. But when you use custom HTML editors in a rank and rent situation, this report, for instance, has nothing to do with a client because I don't actually have a client yet. It has everything to do with, hey, I have a site. This site right here is ranking #1 in Google for a whole bunch of keywords. It's getting a whole bunch of phone calls. I want to work with one single dentist to send them their leads. Click here if you want to be that dentist. I'll send you 1 week of my leads for free. So this report is a great example of, we didn't do anything about that business, but what we do on the front end is, I obviously, my keyword when I'm scanning Google is for Salt Lake City emergency dentist. And then when I contact them, I'm sending them to a report that has a different angle to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to do? I'll show that, and then we'll carry on with the rest of it. What you do next after, because you said you wanted to take a break.
Yeah, well, that whole feature that you had in there, Kirk, about being able to add the video and things, is one of the reasons why we, Nick mentioned we put together a bonus for this, and one of the reasons we selected the bonus that we did to go with this was because of that feature, and then just how well these two things tie together. So, Nick and I have a course called Remote Client Systems, which is all about prospecting remotely, and specifically being able to do that using video to stand out and to, convert people into paying clients. And it's something that one of our sharks, Tom Buford, was just having killer success with. This is before all of this. Like, now that we're in the current situation that we're in, it's like even more valuable, because it's just like, it's a solution to what's going on, right? And when you take a tool like Serp Scout, because it's really important in these in when things are in kind of crisis, or we're unsure, like, it's really important that when we're doing things, that we have context, that we're able to identify the best types of people to reach out to, that we do it in a way that that works, and these two things together really do that, right? So, Serp Scout gives you the ability to quickly identify people, make these reports, and then Remote Client System, that's all the psychology and all the things behind about what it takes to make a video, a prospecting video that's customized to each prospect, that converts, that's going to convert them into a paying client, right? And so you'll really stand out from everybody else, because one, everything's going to look super professional, which adds credibility and everything to you. But number two, it's all going to be so customized and personalized and different from just the standard emails these people are getting of like, hey, I can redesign your website. That, it's just a really, it's a great 1-2 punch. So that's why we put these two things together, because they work so well together. But there is a piece that you're kind of missing still. And, we have a way to find the clients. We have a way to reach out to the clients. But we've been getting a lot of questions from our sharks recently about, but how do I price things in the current environment? What do I do? So, Nick, you want to talk a little bit about the bonus we're going to throw in for people that are on this live right now that jump into Serp Scout?
Yeah, absolutely. So who here is really interested in prospecting right now in the current market? Like, who here is actively trying to reach out to businesses from their home, from their laptop? Let me know in the comments below. I want to see how many people are actually really taking this seriously. Like, you're taking advantage of your time, right? We've all got way too much time on our hands right now. This is the best time to be building something. A lot of people use that excuse, like, hey, I'm going to start doing this tomorrow. I'm going to start building my business tomorrow, or today, or whenever I get time to do it, right? That's the one thing that everybody that's the obstacle that we all have. But right now, that's what we have. So we wanted to give you all a chance to have a really easy way to, number one, prospect, because you've got what these guys are doing here, right? You've got this amazing prospecting tool, a way to get all this leverage that you can give to these business owners. There's so many things that are in this tool. It's like a suite of pieces of leverage that you can send out. So that is a awesome way to prospect. Tom and I wanted to make sure that you had, like you just mentioned, an easy way to send this information to the business owner and actually get their attention in a way that we found to be really, really, really successful. So that's our Remote Client System course. That's our bonus page. You're looking at the bonus page right there. we've had students use this course by itself and just basically build a 6-figure business around this. Tom Buford, he's a stay-at-home dad. He's the guy that we really case studied and highlighted in this course. You know, he when we did this a few months back, he was at like $8,000 a month, which is 6 figures. Stay-at-home dad, 6 figures. I mean, you do the math, right?
Yeah, really awesome.
That course right now sells for $247, right? We're going to give that course to you 100, like free. That's yours. We're also going to give you our done for you sales and marketing power pack. So this is everything for you guys to have more success in a shorter amount of time with your remote prospecting. So blog posts, videos, hot sheets, white papers to send to customers, social media posts, direct message, outreach templates. These are things that you can use with Serp Scout, with remote prospecting or remote client system, and you can have even more success with it. So those are the 2 things that we added already for you. $247 for remote client system, and is it $67 or $97 for the bundle?
I don't know. It's one of those.
It's one of those. I think it's so. Here's the thing, though. Because you have all the prospecting going down now, you have ways to reach out to these businesses. You need to figure out your pricing, and you need to have that unlocked. So what Tom and I wanted to do is give you something that you had for when you actually get the customer. You need to not be charging these cookie cutter prices, especially with what we have going on right now. So we're going to be giving you also our pricing and proposal course. This is our best-selling pricing and proposal course. It goes for $147. But there's one caveat to that. So those of you that have had issues with pricing before and you don't really know what you're doing, you're just randomly selecting numbers and trying to throw it out there and see if that's going to be what you should be doing based off of a response. That's not what you should be doing. You need to have a more systemized approach to it. So that's why we wanted to give you this. And this is for everybody that is on this live call. If you want to take us up on those bonuses, I think it's like a $700 bonus package altogether, all in for this marketing jam session. You have to purchase while you're on this live with us or within the 30 minutes after we shut this down. We're probably going to go a little bit longer today just because, you know, we're at top of the hour right now. We're fastly approaching. We want to give you a little bit more time, and we want to talk a little bit more about what the software does. But if you guys are serious about prospecting, building your business remotely, talking to business owners, getting in front of them with a unique way, this entire bundle bonus package that we have for you is a all-inclusive system. And you get it all if you purchase Serp Scout, which is, what's the price on Serp Scout, guys?
$997.
What's the price on Serp Scout?
$39 today. It went up $2.
$39. So
$39.
Tom and I are kind of putting our money where our mouth is. We're giving you $700 worth of courses and strategy, real world stuff that we're doing. And you get all that for free if you spend $38 and you buy this amazing software tool, which, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? So
that's super cool. That's super cool. That is. Those are working well together.
Everything kind of works. It's all tied in, right? You got the tool to find the people that need your help. You've got remote client system to help you with the actual outreach, put your videos in the Serp Scout tool, and you got the pricing so you're set up for success and you actually get some money. So
yeah, because one thing I'd say about remote client system, the thing with those videos is like, you don't just want to just turn on your recording thing and just shoot a video. Like, there's some psychological things and ways you want to structure those videos for maximum impact. And that's really what we show you inside that course.
Yeah. One of the things actually that someone said that I never even realized until they just said it is they said, I'm going to get this tool or something along the lines of, this is going to be great for a client proposal. And I never even thought of that, but this is amazing for a client proposal. We've been angling this the whole time as like a way to contact people that have no idea who you are. But if you're in a proposal stage with someone and you need to send them something quickly, that's real pro looking, you could do it with Serp Scout, because all you have to do, and I didn't even get to this point yet, but I think it's important to show it right now, is you don't have to scan for that business. You can actually go to this feature right here called the importer.
Hey, Herc, can you share?
Yeah,
Am I not sharing?
Yeah, let me pull it in. Mine was up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, real quick then, because people are asking about.
Yeah. So the pricing and proposal course, you guys, if you've already bought this is just for our live attendees. We want to be fair to everybody that's here with us. We have a special bonus sometimes just for our marketing jam session people. Normally that course sells for $147. If you do want it for $37, just go ahead and buy Serp Scout again. You don't have to, but if you want that course at that massively discounted rate, we just got to be fair to everybody on the jam session that's live with us. Still a great deal for you because it's like $100 savings. Yeah, so go ahead, Herc.
Yeah, sorry. You can go to this function right here, import manually, and just give it a name and supply a URL. And then we can scan that URL for all the same data. And then you can put together a report to use as a, like when she said she's in a proposal meeting. So you can actually do it that way as well, instead of using it as a way to provide value up front before a proposal meeting. You can actually use it for that purpose too, which is really killer.
Yeah, and I think, Herc, some people were asking about I know there are a couple of upgrades that you can add to the software. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the
credits,
the pro and the, yeah, and people are asking about that too, but I know there's a pro and then an agency, right?
Yeah, we kind of got a little derailed there. I didn't even get to finish showing the features, which is awesome. That I think a lot of people for $37 already see the value, and we're maybe 20% of the way through some of the amazing features. So, guys, I'll sum it up super quick. Okay, I'll speed up here. Once you create a report, you choose the people you want to send it to. You go into the emails. You create either a single email or an auto response series of emails to schedule your follow-ups with these people. And you send in the email, you contain a link to the report, right? Man, sorry that it's lagging so much. But once you've set that email up, you just select the clients that you want to send it to, and then you click go, right? And it starts sending the email. It goes through your own Gmail account or it goes through your own Outlook account, which is really, really safe and secure. And then once the emails are sending, you need the data. Who's interacting with me? So there's an example of all the different campaigns that are being sent. All the templates that are set up, they're not being sent. Those are templates that you can use. Then in the live campaigns, all right, this is the information about the people. So for instance, this 3 email series is being sent to these 5 clients. We're tracking how many emails were sent, how many emails were opened, how many report links were clicked on every single one. That's going to help us give us all the data of the people that are interacting with our content. We're adding a new feature eventually where we'll automatically email you when someone opens your emails or clicks on your report link. And we're going to even add text notifications so that if somebody is a hot lead in your funnel right now, you'll get the information to your phone right away and you can choose what to do with them at that point. Now, upgrades, $37 gets you the front end and gets you credits. The credits, the way they work, just so that people understand this, is it's a really, really pay-per-use system, meaning a lot of softwares will charge you $37 a month. If you use it, once, you still get charged $37 a month. Ours is based on credits. You buy a package of credits, and 1 credit will scan 1 page of Google, meaning 1 credit will get you 10 results scanned. If you scan 10 pages of Google, that's 10 credits, but it's 100 results. Okay, that's how the credit system works. When you run out of credits, if you want to keep playing, just buy more credits. So very affordable system, and that's how we can get you access for so cheap. The upgrades, guys, pro version gets you the white label option, which is simple. When you're sending links, or when you're sending people the link to your report by email, they're hosted by default on a domain called digitallandlord.network. But with white label, you can go in and create your own domain. You can put your own domain in there and host the reports on your own domain. So Nick would host them on Nick Ponte, right? Tom would host them on Tom Gaddis or Offline Charts, whatever you want. That's called white label. Ranked keywords we already saw and unclaimed GMB are part of the deep analysis from the front end, but it only activates if you have the pro feature. And then the importer function where I was showing you guys where you can supply your own list of URLs, a CSV of URLs or a single URL. That's also part of the pro upgrade. Pro upgrade is $47. Actually, 40.50 right now because it went up. Sorry, I'm trying to remember our funnel. But we bonus another 50 credits for you there. The next upgrade, guys, is called Elite Sources. And what that is about is the regular SERP Scout scans Google, right? If you want to scan other sources, we have two more called in the Elite upgrade. Yellow Pages, which is really, really nice because it's 100% local businesses. And there's literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of businesses on Google that we can scan their URL. So Yellow Pages scanner. And then another upgrade as part of the Elite is called the TLS scanner, which is a database of 65 million leads that are in a database. So we don't have to do any scanning. It's already been scanned. It's already in the database. We're just pulling out your keyword out of that database. And the nice thing about the TLS scanner is that you actually get 10 times the results for your credits because it's database driven. It's a lot cheaper to operate. We pass the savings on to you. And we actually get more data points in the TLS scanner as well. So I think all in all, throughout the whole funnel for the software, it's $150, gives you every feature of it, and 200 credits, which is good to scan 2,000 results, which is pretty crazy.
Or more if you use a TLS.
Or more if you use TLS, yeah.
And that's if you get everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
and just so you guys know, to be completely transparent, you don't need everything to be able to use the software, be successful, and start getting some traction. If you want to, jump all in, that's what it would cost you to get all in. But you can get in and do well, perfectly fine at $37 too.
Yeah, because the $37 is going to give you the basic. You'll still find all the contact info, those 4 contact points. We'll still find those. We'll still be able to check for those foot in the door techniques like SSL, Open Graph, Facebook, and Google remarketing. And I mean, really, you don't even have to look for a weakness. If you have some other angle that you like to contact prospects with, and all you typically normally were doing before was just finding contact information, well, then just do it that way and build a custom report based on whatever you want, right? And that's included all in the $37. Like, I don't need to scan all that extra stuff for this scenario or for a custom report scenario. I could just shoot a video, right? So the I don't want to downplay how good they are, but I do want to kind of agree with what you're saying. No, you don't need everything. It's just they are nice features, like they're hella nice features.
Yeah,
but
you get more.
No, you don't need them.
Right, you just get more. How much are the credits if they want to buy more?
We sell 2 types of credit packages. One is we'll sell you like a big package of credits for a one-time price. They're non-expiring credits. You can use them forever. Those aren't open yet. We have an offer in the funnel that I can't remember the number. I'm gonna go look at it. One sec. Where you can buy. They're called recurring credits. Let me get my mouse and I'll go check.
And just so you guys know, their tool, because of everything that it does, I already know this, they're pulling information from all these different sources, right? Google, Facebook, that data, it takes money to collect and gather all that data and put it in this one nice, really user-friendly interface for you. So that's the reason behind credits. If you see software that's not using credits, then you're probably paying for it somehow by putting your API key in or something like that. So the reason that this is set up the way that it is because it takes money to keep it going. But that's what the high quality tools do, right? Those are the tools that actually work, not that gimmicky stuff that just is made to look good. This is pro level stuff.
The credits, when you guys run out of credits and buy more, that's what helps us redevelop our software. But we just tweak that model. We could have charged $47 a month for this software, right? But this is a more fair model for you guys, for our customers, because we don't want you paying for something if you're not using it, which is why we like the credit system. But it still gives us a little bit of money recurring to help keep ongoing development of the software and to build in new features. So you were asking about the price. Right now in the offer, you guys can buy 100 credits per month for $24 a month, and it'll just keep refilling every month to 100 credits. And we have another one, 250 credits a month for $34 a month. But you don't have to get those if you don't want them.
So what are you doing? Oh, pardon me.
Oh, No worries.
That's a super fair price. I mean, that is an
Yeah.
extremely fair price. I think you guys have got there.
But I don't even think you guys have to worry about that at the moment. With if you go through the funnel and you pick up 200 credits, like, to be honest, if you're scanning through 2,000 results, are you really going to contact them all like that fast? You know what I mean? Like, the credits will last you a bit, because the idea is go scan for people, then go set up the report and contact them and get into that sales process. It's about sales, right? So you don't need a shit ton of credits. You need good results, and we'll help you find them. And then you got to get into your sales process. So I think the credits will last everyone quite a while.
Yeah. So, and think about this, guys. Like, you have, with your initial purchase, you have enough credits to get out there and talk to a lot of business owners. At that time, you're going to be collecting checks. And if you want to do this and continue on that road, like, you worry about that then, right? Don't get caught up in like, oh, well, I'm not going to buy this now because I'm worried about the credits later. Like, it's $37 now. Imagine all the businesses that you could communicate with using this tool at just that low entry level point. So I just want to recap real quick, because I do personally have a hard stop at 10:30 because I got to get a coaching call with Shan. But just so you guys know, let me pull up my screen real quick again, because I want to recap. It was kind of a lot. This is Tom and my bonus page for this. We're going to leave this open probably till 10:30. So if this is interesting for you, if you think that this is something you want to jump in on, I suggest that you probably do it now, because it's not going to be open for a long time. And we're going to continue to talk about what's in it. But yeah, you want to take us up on this offer, because as you know, we're anytime we do these live bonuses on our live jam sessions, like, we have to cut it off at the time that we say that we're cutting it off. So if we say that we're going to cut it off in a half hour from now and you want that bonus, like, there will be no grace period, just to be fair to everybody. We're really making the point to honor our our time, our closes and things like that. So
yeah, and that's for the pricing and proposal bonus, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, if you miss that 30-minute window, you can still get the remote client system bonus, and all that stuff will still be available. But just the pricing and proposal bonus is very specific to this. So yeah. Sorry about that, Herc. My daughter came in here to grab paper because of the school assignment.
She's grounded. Just ground her. So Yvonne says that she purchased and she's so excited. So welcome, Yvonne. Anybody else that has jumped in, let us know in the comments below that you've jumped in so we can welcome you into their software. I mean, I know Todd and Herc are stoked to get as many people in and hang out and get traction. So let us know if you guys are in with that in the comments so we can welcome you. And then I'm going to run through this.
There's a couple of cool questions that I think that I should answer. Like, number one, are the prices of the credits going to go up later? Yes, 100%. Of course, we're in a launch right now, so these are the cheapest that we're going to offer them. The price, the initial package, the 39. Okay, that's going to go up to 67 after this launch, so it's going to double. They will go up, and then someone asked, where was it? What's the order of things? So on the menu, guys. Through the funnel, I'll tell you the funnel right now, okay? $39 will get you the Serp Scout and the initial 100 credits. The next thing we'll offer you is the Pro upgrade, and it's right here on the menu. Am I sharing my screen? No, I'm not. Okay.
No, here, let me pull it up for you.
Okay, and we laid out our menu the exact same way that our funnel works. It's recognizable. This is the $39 offer. Okay, Pro will be offered to you next. That'll be it's $50 right now to activate Pro with an additional 50 bonus credits. Then we'll ask you if you want the Elite. That's also $50. That's also going to come with 50 bonus credits. There is an agency training. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's up to you if you want to get it. Watch the video and make your own decision there. And then after that, we'll offer you the recurring credit package. Once again, that's also up to you if you want to get it.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of our marketing tactics.
And so
you could say no.
So you guys, the remote client system bonus package that Tom and I put together, you're going to get the remote client system bonus package and the upgrade, right? That's a $350 value. You're going to get that immediately. So when you purchase now, you're going to get an email giving you access to Pixel or to Serp Scout, and you get access to that immediately. For those of you that are with us on this jam session and you want to take advantage of the pricing and proposals course, once you purchase, you go to our offlinesharks.com/support page and hit the contact button at the top and select claim a bonus, and you send us your receipt and our team will verify that you purchased on this live or within the time that we are going to keep it open, which I think is going to be, just 15 to a half hour after the jam session. If you purchase within that time and we verify it, we'll send you access to the pricing and proposals course. So
I see a couple of questions there. So Lynn, no, the credits do not expire. She is asking about the monthly recurring credits. Do those expire, Herc?
Yeah, they don't roll over. That's why they're the cheapest overall credits, like per credit value. So if you don't use them, they just refill back up to that 100 or 250 level, but we don't carry them over. So if you don't want to get onto a recurring package, don't buy that and just wait for us to open up the credit shop, and you can continue buying just packets of credits that do expire, that do not expire.
And so Lynn, what you should do is just, get in at the entry level point and start taking action, get a couple of customers and assess the situation from there while they're rolling out the other packages. This works in, I think I know the answer. Daryl's asking if the full funnel works in Canada, and Herc lives
I'm Canadian.
Yeah. So how many credits are included in the starting deal?
100.
100. Okay. So that's 100 pages of Google, right?
It's 100 page. No, it's 1,000 results. Yeah.
Yeah. 100 pages of Google. So I want to go through the bonuses again. I'd have to do it. Okay. So you guys, remote client system, Tom and I are giving that to you. That's our $247 course on remote client getting. We're giving you the marketing and bundle power pack. That's everything you need to streamline your success with remote client system and get more customers fast. Then we're also going to give you, everybody on this call, our pricing and proposals course. It's another $147. That's for everybody that's here on this call that buys in the jam session. And you have to be here to buy that and take advantage of that. So offlinesharks.com/remote. That's how you purchase it. And then, let's do questions for the last 10 minutes, or if you guys want to stay longer, you can. But I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what those bonuses were, because I see a lot of people asking about them again. So I'm going to give you the screen back again, Herc.
I shut it off. You can.
Okay.
I could go back into it if you want.
Okay.
If I see a question where I need to show it, I will. How about that?
Okay.
One question here from Gerald Johnson. 1 page equals 10 listings equals 100 times 10 businesses. Let me simplify it for you. 1 credit will allow you to scan 10 results, not 10 pages, 10 results. 1 credit, 1 page. 1 page is 10 results. So that's 10 businesses per credit. I don't know if I simplified it as much as I
I think you did.
There's 10 businesses on every page of Google, and 1 credit will allow you to scan each of those results, right? If I buy it twice, will I have 2 accounts?
If you
use a different email, you will.
Yeah.
You'll have 2 accounts, you'll have double the credits, and you'll have all of our bonuses.
Yeah. I remember Joe Troyer, actually, Todd, remember he thought of a really cool idea as to why you would want 2 accounts. I can't remember what it was. Do you remember?
Well, the credit value is pretty sweet.
Yeah, there was something else too. I forget what it was.
You get 100 credits for $38, and you can't get that many credits for that cheap. Is that what it is? You found a loophole?
It's kind of a loophole, I guess, but
that's funny.
I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody that wants to buy, 3 or 4 front end accounts. It's our offer, so it's our fault if we don't like it.
So Rose, normally our pricing and proposal course sells for $147. We're just offering this special bonus on that course right now for the people that are live for $47 or $39 if they buy Surf Scout. So if you want to look at it that way, you can look at it that way, or you can look at a $100 discount on our pricing and proposals course to pick up Surf Scout if you've already bought it. You don't have to. We're not like trying to twist your arm around it. If you want the discount on pricing and proposals, then yes, that's the vehicle to get it.
I saw a good question here that people have asked, is there going to be training on how to use the software? And they may have noticed that there's not right now. There's a very, very specific, there's two things I'll say here. There's a reason there's no training videos in right now. That's because we have been developing the software and changing and improving the UI of the software so much that it didn't make sense to shoot a bunch of training videos because things have been moving around too much. We didn't want to waste the time. We said, let's wait until we get all the users in, we get all this feedback, and then we can have a stable software that things won't change. Then we'll add the training videos. The second thing, on Monday, we're going to have a webinar with all new buyers to Serp Scout to take them through the software in full detail, answer all their questions, give them basic level training on how to use the whole software, and we'll host that replay. But we will add specific training videos for each feature very, very soon, because things are calming down now after the launch. Probably, obviously, we're crazy busy right now, but yes, we'll have the training webinar to help you out, and then we will add the training videos as
Exactly.
Real quick, so a lot of you have joined, so congratulations. I mean, I know you would, because we have a crazy bonus package. For those of you that want to get your hands on the pricing and proposals course, all you have to do is go to offlinesharks.com/support. And then at the top of the page, you hit contact us. And then you scroll down to the bonus, claim a bonus from Offline Sharks. So you hit next, and you just send us your receipt, and then we'll send you over access to pricing and proposals. Send us this email with your receipt. You'll get access within 24 hours, I promise. Our team's hanging out with us. They're here with us now. So,
yeah, I mean, I gotta say, guys, I mean, one, the tool itself, just by itself, without all the other bells and whistles, is really amazing. So
I have to say this too. I see a lot of people that are like, I bought yesterday, guys. Tom and Nick's bonus is so freaking good. Go get a second account just to get the bonus. It's $39. Sorry, guys. That's a good bonus.
Yeah.
And if you bought yesterday off some other affiliate, do it again. Go clear your cookies, buy it again, get that bonus. That's huge.
Lorena said, I bought this yesterday. Can I purchase Serp Scout upgrade for $50 and still get the bonus pricing? So the upgrade, Herc, the upgrade comes with, what's the upgrade again? Would it make more sense?
The Pro upgrade, which gives you more checks. And then there's the Elite upgrade, which gives you different sources of scan other than Google.
So Lorena, the thing is like, we can't give you a direct link to there to get our cookie, to get our bonus. Unfortunately, it's just not possible. So you could do pretty much the same thing. Well, you'd have a little less.
I have a way. Actually, we can talk about that later. If you just get her
to submit a support ticket, we can help you out.
Yeah, I can show you how to do that.
Okay.
And
yeah,
that's more of like later on. We'll help you because it's a little detailed. Unless you guys all want to watch us like back end work this shit.
No, we can't do that right now. Mark, if you bought yesterday, you're going to get this bonus package. You're going to get remote client system, $247 course, this one right here. And then you're also going to get the OTO, the upgrade package to that. That's what you're going to get if you bought yesterday. You should already have access to that in your email. If you purchase with us today, you're also going to get our pricing and proposal course, only for those of the people on the live if you're just joining.
Yeah, and then we normally keep that open 30. Normally we end the like, man, you guys have had such great questions. Like, and Ben, so I know this. It's awesome because normally we end the lives at 10, and we're almost 30 minutes after. Yeah, I know Nick's got to get off here because he's got a meeting.
Here's what's in the pricing and proposals course, guys. So as you can see, normally $147, right? We've got all this step-by-step training to make sure that you flush out your pricing correctly, because Tom and I remember, like, we didn't know how to do pricing. It took a lot of trial and error to figure out our pricing for all the different services. So we reverse engineered what we did after it started working, and we created this. And then we're going to give you a bunch of proposals that we put together too, that you guys can use and white label on your own. So think about it. You're using Serp Scout to prospect. You're using a remote client system to add your videos to your reports in Serp Scout. And then you can send out your proposals if you want, that we send you through the pricing and proposals, the white label ones. And you now know how to set your fees in a way that you're going to be set up for success. So all of it works together. And that bonus right there is it's $147 normally. And front end.
Well, the whole reason we did that course was because one of the most frustrating things to me when I was first getting started was like, I would see somebody would have an idea and they'd be like, you can charge $500 for this service, charge $997 for this service. So I would buy that stuff. I would do it. And like, I would sell them at those prices. And then like, I still didn't have any money. And I'm going, what the heck is going on? Like, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for me to like, why am I not making money? And so that's when I really realized like that kind of cookie cutter pricing approach is just it's not good. Like that's not how you set up and run a business, right? If you're going to run a business, you need to know your numbers. And so that pricing course is really how you know your numbers for you specifically, so that you know what to charge and you know what you need to hit the goals that you want, because everybody's goals are different, right? Everybody's goals are different. So,
well, not only that, like when I had my first customers and I was doing prospecting and reaching out to them, I heard the whole $500, charge $500, charge $500. Yeah. I don't know about you, but like, because that was just an arbitrary random number, I was scared to ask for $500. I didn't know why I was asking that price. I had no facts to support it. So going through what we have here, this headline is like brilliant. I mean, it's straight to the point. This is the training you wish you had in the beginning, right? I mean, that's me. That's my story right there. And probably so many of you on this call. So when you actually ask for money, you can say it with confidence. Like, who here has tried to like drop a price point through email or in person or in a coffee shop? Let me know in the comments below. And you've been nervous or you didn't have confidence in asking for that price point. Who here has gone through that experience? And while that comes in,
I have.
Yeah, I know. We all have, right? It's kind of a.
I mean, you got to start there, right? Nobody knows how to run until they know how to walk, and you don't know how to walk until you know how to crawl, and it's just the nature of things.
I remember when I was like asking for, so my first website, I was going to sell for $500, right? I thought the guy was going to like reach across the table and slap me in the face. Exactly. So the point of this course is really through like, you know, our experience, how to flush that out so that doesn't happen for you anymore. So everybody, like Megan, every client, every time, Brian, yes, Gregory, yes, Jan, one, Jeremy, yeah, right, me. So everybody that has that experience, like right here, this is your solution, $37. It's simple. It's the knowledge when it comes, it's amazing what it'll do. Like having the knowledge behind why to price the way you're pricing, it actually solves that problem. It's not like a buy this physical thing. It's like knowledge that you have in your head. So
can I say something to that regard too? Just a quick question. How many of you people have ever went into a client prospecting meeting and you felt unprepared? Like, oh, unprepared, right? Like if you're nervous because they might ask a question that you don't know how to answer. Anybody feel like that? I felt like that. I know, like,
oh my God.
It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And it comes off, it permeates out of you when you walk into that meeting, and you'll lose deals because of that. So you need to go in prepared. You need to go in knowing your numbers. You need to go in knowing your pricing, and you need to go in with a justification for all your items on your preparation list. So that way, when they're like, you know, $2,500, what the hell? You're like, listen, let me tell you why this is a good deal. And you know right there, and you can say it with confidence, right? Because confidence permeates too. So it's definitely, I think that's a killer bonus, man. Like I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It is.
So I have to jump off, you guys, but I just wanted to say, you know, Todd and Eric, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Tom, are you going to hang out for a little while longer?
Yeah, we'll hang out for a few more minutes if you guys have any last minute questions. I mean, I know we've already been on here an hour and a half, so do you guys have to get going?
I saw a few come in about the white label. I don't know if they were addressed.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna bow out. But
Nick.
Tom, whenever you're done, mark it 30 minutes. That's how long people have to get the pricing and proposals course. Dorn says Nick is going surfing. No, I'm not going surfing. I'm actually going to get a call with Shan, who's in our private coaching group right now, and we're going to talk about some prospecting. So anyway, thanks, guys. Always a pleasure hanging out with you, and I look to do it again soon.
Go get a logo designer.
Very funny.
Oh man, okay, now that he's gone, we can really talk honestly
about Nick.
Awesome.
Guys, there's a lot of people that joined, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that is supporting both Tom and Nick, as well as Todd and myself. Thank you so much. Like, there's just a ton of you are picking this up, so thank you so much.
Our sharks are awesome, and they know, when they see something that works and that can help them, and they're not afraid to go for it. So it's really, really awesome. What, Todd, did you say that you saw a question about the white label? And
yeah, I did. There's a few questions up here at the top before someone asked someone to ask the yes, no question. And,
because you white label
what it is on the reporting section.
I can show it if you share my screen when you're talking, Todd.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, let's do that. So basically, whenever you build a report, it has to go to a URL, right? It resolves to somewhere to open it up. And currently, there's SERPscout.net, which you don't want to use that because you don't want to look like this kind of thing. That you don't want them going looking that up because it doesn't look good on you. And then the second one is the other custom domain we have in there is something we actually use for rank and rent customers. It's called digitallandlord.network. And kind of funny for you maybe, but what you can really do is put your own domain on to SERPscout. So when you send a customer report, and Herc, why don't you share screen? I don't know if you're ready to or
not. I'm sharing. It's just that I can't push it out. Tom, you have to do that.
Oh, okay. Here you go. There you go.
There you go. And so what that allows you to do is when you send out your reports, they come back. So you can do you can either get a brand new domain that's your marketing agency with something a little bit different, right? Or you could just use a subdomain of youragency.com. In other words, reports.youragency.com, and then we CNAME reports into our server so that it resolves with us and resolves on our server. Your domain name displaying your reports looks super pro. All right, so that's
I'm trying to show it. It's just that I shut off my camera just because I'm trying to get rid of all the lag.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, we still have almost 100 people on it. We have 85 people, like crazy. Yeah.
Yes. So here's where you set up white label, guys. It's really simple. If you want to host those reports, like I'm Herc Magnus, nice to meet you. So I created a subdomain on Herc Magnus called CMA. I don't know why I chose CMA. I'm not a certified management accountant or anything. I was just testing, I guess. But you go either create a domain for it. If you have a domain that you want to put a subdomain, you just go set it up. You come over here, you tell us what that is. We tell you how to set up the A record. That's just a simple cPanel fix entry. And then when you're done, you click this button, and then we'll auto install an SSL for it. The DNS will verify itself. And then when you want to send out a report, all you do to make sure that report is hosted on your domain, not our domain, is you go over here to settings, this button right here. Okay. And as you add new domains, they will show up in this drop down. So there's the default report URL, digitallandlord.network. If you have white label, I would say, okay, I want this report to show on cma.hercmagnus.com or any other white label setups that I have. You can have unlimited white label setups.
Awesome. Let me see maybe a couple questions. So Mark, yeah, so basically the pricing and proposal is just for purchases on the live, right? We want to be fair to everybody, and that's just something we do here. So if you want to grab that, you would just need to pick up SERPscout again. I mean, it's super inexpensive, and that's a big discount on our pricing course. It's $147, so you can look at it like you're just getting $100 off if you wanted to buy that, and you'd be good to go. I see. Let's see. Somebody said, "Can Gregory?" Let me look through the questions here.
I see one here, and I got it's kind of funny. He's like, "Can you tell us more about Pixel Scout 2?" I'll tell you this: Serp Scout was built from Pixel Scout. We took everything we learned in Pixel Scout, everything that everybody wanted as a feature upgrade. Well, not everything, but a lot of it, all the best shit, and we rebuilt it from the ground up, and then took all the features from Pixel Scout and put them back into Serp Scout. If you have a Pixel Scout account, you can switch over to Serp Scout for free. We'll take all your credits, all your features, and pop them into Serp Scout. Pixel Scout's going to cease to exist eventually because Serp Scout does everything it did much better, and we're going to go with this software.
Awesome. Putting our support in here. Cool. Let's see. There's the support email. Frankie, I popped it in there for you. Yeah, and so once we end this live, like, guys, we'll leave this bonus offer open for 30 minutes, and then we'll shut it down. And there really is no exceptions to that. So Frank said, loves the legend t-shirt, Todd.
Hey, right on. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, guys. Well, I think, why don't we do this? Does anybody have any last minute questions for Todd and Herc? Anything else they want to know about this, or Mark? I guess I'm not really sure what you're asking there. Because you already got the remote client system and the upgrade and all that stuff. So yeah, that was the fast action type bonuses, and this is really just for people that show up on the live. We like to do something for you guys that support us, right? So always good. Yogesh says, purchase a deal. I already put the support link in the chat, Adil. So if you just scroll up, you'll see where you go to submit a ticket. So Daniel, this is a Facebook Live, so it's not technically a webinar, so it'll be live in the Facebook group as soon as it ends, and it'll be on the Offline Sharks page. We also stream this to YouTube every week, so if you can't catch it in Facebook, you can always watch it on the Offline Sharks YouTube channel as well. So yeah.
Also, one more thing. Sorry to interrupt. So to all you guys that are buying and coming in, and you're obviously now in our fold, thank you once again. We're going to do our best to market as many products as we can to you now that you're with us. You'll probably get a promotion from us every week or so. So make sure you're watching your emails.
We're going to switch to every other day soon. So.
Yeah, we're going to promote a lot to you guys. So just be prepared for that. Make sure you whitelist our emails. Make sure you buy everything, because you're going to get hammered now.
We would not have you on this live right now if you did that.
And you'll get to know me. I'm very sarcastic.
Yeah,
I like having fun.
My favorite was when Nick asked Todd, like, "Hey, will you be on our jam session?" And Todd's first question was, "Shirts or no shirts?" I was like, "Oh boy." So Amir did want to know if you could, Herc or Todd, just go through the upgrades and the pricing one more time, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, can you throw my screen up one more time, because it's laid out actually the same way our funnel. So we are obviously, guys, in a launch. We do have a funnel, and here's how it works. Okay, $39 will get you 100 credits and access to this function. You'll be able to contact people, build reports, send campaigns, do those initial checks. That's $39. That's 100 credits. That's 1,000 results that you'll be able to scan. The next offer after that will be for the Pro upgrade, which will give you the white label option to host all the reports that you're building on your own domains. It'll also add the ability to check all your results for what keywords they're ranking for, and if they have an unclaimed GMB property. That's called the Pro upgrade. The Pro upgrade also contains the import function, where if you have your own list of URLs that you'd like to scan, or if you want to scan a buddy's URL, something quickly, or even for a client prospecting meeting, you can scan their URL and send them a nice report. That's $50, and that will get you another 50 credits. So that's the second one. The third one is called the Elite upgrade. That will give you the ability to scan from Yellow Pages and our database, our database of 65 million results, which is pretty global. You can scan other countries. We did the UK. I saw someone ask if that works in Canada. Here's the cool thing about that. If you scan and it doesn't get any results, you don't get charged credits. And if you scan and it only gets a little bit of results, we'll only charge you the amount of credits for the results that you got. So it's very 100% fair pricing. That upgrade is also $50, but also comes with 50 bonus credits. The whole funnel, if you're interested, is less than $150 and we'll get you 200 credits. We will offer you an agency upgrade. Once again, I will be transparent after that upgrade. We'll say, do you want to learn from David Hood? That's up to you if you want that. I don't want to talk about it right now. You guys can say yes or no. And then we'll offer you a recurring credit package subscription after that. If you want it, get it. If you don't, don't. But the important ones for you guys are the first three: the front end, the pro, and the elite. All of those are $150 with 200 credits. Is that good?
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, man, I think we got through all the questions. Like, again, another really great live. Like, man, you guys were awesome. We really appreciate you taking time to come on here and hang out with us, spend time with our sharks, talk about what's going on, how we can help them move forward. You know, Nick and I are you know, obviously, like, the current situation we're in kind of sucks, but, you know, we're making the best of it. And hang out in the Sharks Facebook group, guys, because you'll see people in there just about every day that are still reaching out to prospects. People are closing deals. Like, there's opportunity to be had out there. We see it all over the place. So, you know, the SERP Scout with remote client system really gives you everything you need to capitalize on that and identify who you can help and all that stuff. So yeah, really super awesome. If you guys have any questions after this live, you need anything, you can either post them in the comments and tag either Todd, Herc, myself, or Nick, or Cameron. And then you can also email us at offlinesharks.com/support. So listen, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Stay safe. Practice aloha. So, Herc, Todd, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks for having us. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.